Does Joe Milton actually have a chance to beat out Drake Maye for QB2? That's what we're going to talk about here on Patriots Today by Chat Sports, because there's been several articles out there saying that Milton is outperforming Maye so far through 8 training camp practices. I want to break that down, give you guys my opinion on it, and then hopefully provide you guys with enough stats to make your own opinion on this Maye versus Milton battle. I'm your host, Allie Barefoot, but I want you guys to go ahead and do one quick thing for me right off the bat. Pick a QB2. Drake Maye, type DM. Joe Milton, type JM. Let me know where you guys are at right now. I think a lot of you guys are going to say Drake Maye, and I'm still on the Drake Maye wave, but I want to unpack what everybody else seems to be thinking at Patriots training camp. First things first, here is our quarterback depth chart. Nathan Rourke obviously being waived a long time ago, but now you've got Joe Milton ahead of Bailey Zappe. That's been known. He actually started as QB3 in training camp. He made that jump more so in OTAs and minicamps. But now, because Joe Milton is shining, there's now speculation that Milton could jump up to QB2 and pass Drake Maye, while Jacoby Brissett still lies as the reliable QB1. Not to mention, just to touch on Bailey Zappe here, he took 0 reps on day 8. This was the fewest amount of reps he has taken so far in training camp, and he obviously seemed very upset about it when he talked to the media, and he said, look, it's hard. I just want to help the team win. I just want to be here. But Milton is outshining Bailey Zappe, so much so that people are now looking at Drake Maye. Well, here's what we had to say about Joe Milton and the Drake Maye controversy right now at camp. Ben Volen saying Milton outplayed Maye over the first 6 practices of camp. You can't tell which player is a number 3 overall pick, which is Drake Maye, and which is the 6th round filler, which is Joe Milton. Look, first things first, Milton has a long way to go. I think it's great that he's been shining in training camp. He's been showcasing the strength of his arm and his mobility, not to mention how many backflips he can do in a row. But there is a long way to go for Joe Milton to beat out the number 3 pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. But there is no doubt that Joe Milton has a lot of strengths that people should be talking about. His arm strength is different. Drake Maye has a strong arm. Joe Milton's is different. It's effortless. I saw him throw a 40-yard bomb, and it looked like he barely had any strength behind it. Joe Milton should be getting recognized, but I don't know if it's in the same conversation as Drake Maye. And here's where everything started. Colin Cowherd released his take on the QB2 versus QB3. Maye, at his best, was a project. Everybody knew that. Bad feet, not refined, missed early throws. He's got some Herbert qualities. There's no question. Big, tall, good arm, pretty smart kid. But when you enter a defensive culture where they just hired another defensive coach, they have no playmakers. Don't be shocked if Joe Milton wins this job or gets a lot of snaps this year. No, I would be extremely shocked if Joe Milton beat out Drake Maye. I think everybody would be incredibly shocked if QB3 6th round pick Joe Milton beat out pick number 3 Drake Maye. That's how it should be. But I do see where he's coming from in the sense that Milton has been showcasing a lot of his talents while Drake Maye has been showcasing a lot of struggles. But overall, he's a rookie. They're both rookies, but Drake Maye is almost 3 years younger than Joe Milton, who's played 6 years of college football. The rookie is bound to have some growing pains. That's what training camp is for. That's what preseason games are for. And in my opinion, I think Milton is actually doing a good job of adding pressure underneath Drake Maye to say, hey, look, dude, I may be QB3, QB4, but I'm coming for you. I want that job. Because Drake Maye has said time and time again, he's the youngest in a big athletic family. He's had to compete. He's had to fight for a spot in that family picture when it comes to athletes. He knows how to compete. So honestly, I'm looking at this like a good thing, not so much a Maye versus Milton. But before we hop into other stuff that's been going on with Joe Milton and Drake Maye, are you worried about Drake Maye so far? Because there is no doubt he has struggled, and it's been pretty evident I didn't want him to do this, but he is taking the rookie route of just showcasing a little bit more of his weaknesses than his strengths. So let me know if you guys are worried through 8 practices of training camp so far about Drake Maye. Why you guys are taking your time to write it in the comment section. Why don't I take the time to tell you guys the best way to get tickets to any event near you? I want you guys right now to go ahead and download Game Time. Why? Because they have last-minute tickets and flash deals constantly telling you guys where the best seats are in any venue that you need to go watch your favorite comedian, your favorite artist, your favorite athlete, and they show you where you will be sitting and what you'll be seeing from your seats. So the Houston Astros are coming into Fenway next week. The Cheaters are arriving in Boston. So if you guys want to go see them and see if they bang on their trash cans, well, then you can get a seat right now for $85 in the outfield, and you can see they show you exactly where you'll be sitting, what you're going to see, what your neighbors, how close they're going to be. That's why I love using Game Time. I'm actually going to go to AT&T Stadium in 2 weeks to see Zach Bryan, and I got my tickets on Game Time right now. So if you guys want to go to Fenway, they have concerts going on right now, and of course, Boston Red Sox baseball. Go on ahead, use Game Time, download the app, create an account, and all you have to do is use promo code CHATSPORTS, CHATSPORTS, for $20 off your first ticket purchase while terms do apply. Joe Milton is not perfect. He shouldn't be either, or else we would be having a QB1 conversation rather than a QB2. But Joe Milton still has a long way to go. He still has issues with his short passes and his velocity in which he exits the football. And the consistency still worries me. Like I said, there's no doubt that Joe Milton is incredibly strong, and what he does on go balls is incredible. But when it comes to quick slants, he's still firing them at 100 miles per hour. There's still an issue there. So instead of looking at it, Maye versus Milton, acknowledge that Milton has surpassed the expectations that I had set for him. When he was picked in the 6th round, I said, what the hell are they doing taking a quarterback after they just took Drake Maye? Well, now you've got a little bit of a friendly competition going on, and Milton has a lot of attributes that you should be looking at. This is not a video to knock down Milton at all. He is thriving. A lot more than a lot of people expected him to. His size and athleticism impresses me every single day. He's one of the biggest quarterbacks in this room for the Patriots. And like I said, he's almost 3 years older than Drake Maye. So while you may have a rookie, he may have more of a veteran mindset just because he's been playing college ball the last 6 years. And he has the biggest and strongest arm on the field. That's a great trait to have. He may even be a starting quarterback in the NFL one day, but I don't think it's going to be for the Patriots. I think the Patriots have a plan for Drake Maye, who also has a lot of strengths to focus on. His football IQ is out of this world. He's a very smart kid that came from UNC. He delivers the ball efficiently to all levels on the field. He can chuck it 60 yards downfield. He can make a 10-yard quick slant. He can excel at the handoffs to Ramondre Stevenson. He's got more, like Colin Cowherd said, more Herbert-like qualities. Not to mention he's very mobile. You don't have a great offensive line? That's fine. He can scramble to get the first down, and he has powerful legs where if he has to drive up through a gap, he can do so. And he's still learning. After practice on Friday, Drake Maye addressed the media, and he said, I feel like I'm throwing it really well. There are still little things that I can do better, like one of the fakes I had. I could have done a better job of selling the fake. Little things like that, they tend to go a long way, especially when it comes to training camp. Everything matters because you have a hawk eye view constantly around you on every single aspect of training camp. So now I think Drake Maye is going to use the Milton as motivation. That's the best case scenario the Patriots could have. If you want to get a dominant quarterback room, which we have not seen since Brady left, then what you want is friendly competition in your quarterback room, vice versa. Let Milton use Drake Maye as motivation. I want QB2. Now Maye has to say, I have to keep QB2. That's going to be fun throughout the rest of training camp. This is a phenomenal situation for the New England Patriots quarterback room. They are obviously equipped with several targets in the wide receiver room, whether it's Tyquan Thornton, Javon Baker, Jalen Polk. I've seen them all excelling with all three quarterbacks. I'm excited. I don't look at this as they are enemies. I think they're going to be friends that will compete with each other to get the best out of the Patriots quarterback room, which would be very exciting to see. So the question still remains, can Joe Milton beat out Drake Maye for quarterback 2? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Let me know why or why not. And as always, if anything happens, we got you covered right here on Patriots Today by Chat Sports.